I am giving myself 30 days to launch an online art shop. I have a little bit of work that I want to list, but I have a lot more ideas that I still need to work on. And I have a website, doesn't have any products yet, don't have a huge following. This is my plan, and I want to take you along for the ride. So if you are an artist like me and you have been wanting to do this, but you're waiting till you have more time, or you feel like your art's not good enough, or you're not sure if people will buy anything, or maybe you just are scared of the marketing side and selling, hopefully this series will help you out, because I have a lot to learn and you can learn along with me as I figure it all out. My name is Mackenzie and I am a stay-at-home mom. I do children's book illustrating, and I also do live wedding painting, live guest portraits, things like that, mostly commission work, but I also do my own work. And I have been waiting so long to set up a shop of my own work to sell. That's really what I've always wanted to do as an artist, but I've put it off because I feel like my style isn't cohesive enough, or just like things need to be perfect. I don't know exactly what products to sell, what people want to buy. I want it to be worth it, and like figure out how to ship, or if I should do drop shipping, all those details that I've needed to work out, and I've just been brainstorming for so long. But I have a baby on the way, actually. Baby number 4 is coming in October. And I need to do this before the baby comes, because when baby comes, I'm gonna take some time to just rest and just enjoy those newborn snuggles and adjust to life with 4 kids. And so this is the time that I have. My kids are back in school and my toddler takes good naps. So this is the time that I have to work on this goal. I'm hoping that making these videos will help me stay accountable to my goal. Just putting it out there in the universe that this is happening, I'm actually gonna do it, and that I have people following along. Hopefully that will help me to stick with it. So I would love if you would subscribe to my channel. That lets me know that people care and that they wanna learn from me, and that I should keep sharing. And even if it's just, you know, a little kick in the pants for me to keep going, then I really appreciate you following along. Thank you. So I have a great big list of things that I need to do while I set up this shop launch. So first of all, I need to figure out, I don't know if this is first actually, but it's important to me to figure out branding. I need this to be cohesive. I feel like the brand and the visuals are so important in people trusting you and wanting to buy your products. And it's funny because as an artist, you'd think that like branding would come naturally to me, but for some reason, like designing logos and brands, like that's just, I feel like other people do it a lot better. And so that's something that I am learning, and yeah, hopefully I can come up with something good, something that matches me, my personality, and represents my art well. Next, I need to decide what products I'm going to sell. Right now, I'm thinking I want to do art prints mainly, because I feel like those are the bigger ticket items that are gonna have more bang for the buck. I am not really interested in selling like stickers and pins and like small things. I don't, honestly, I know a lot of people do this, a lot of artists do, and if it works for you, that's awesome. But personally, I think as much as I can, I would like to outsource the shipping to a third party. I don't want to have huge inventory at my house. I don't want to spend hours packaging and shipping. As much as I love getting packages from artists that have little notes and like cute things, but I'm just not at a point in my life where I have time for that. So I don't know, maybe if things start selling really well, I will get some good printers here and things like that and set up a process at home. But right now I'm gonna outsource the shipping and focus on the bigger items and not so many small things, because sometimes I think having like small things on your website might take away from people buying the bigger things. Like maybe they want to support you, so they like buy a $5 thing instead of like buying your art prints. And so I don't know if that's true, but that's my general feeling. We'll see how it goes. For that reason, I also don't think I'm going to be selling my original art on my website. I might still sell it, but maybe like through Instagram or locally instead of online, just because the hassle and cost of shipping sounds like a lot to me right now. With that said though, there is so much research to do about which shipping companies are best. There are like, every time I look it up, there's just so many places to print your art, and it's hard to know which ones are going to be high quality, what their shipping process is, what it's going to look like when it gets to the customer. I want to make sure that I pick places that are going to be making my art look good. And I want people, when they buy the product, to be happy with the result. I want it to be high quality when they get it, which means that not only do I need to do research into all these companies, I also need to order a lot of test prints just to see what the quality is like, which I know is going to be timely and expensive at the beginning, but hopefully it'll pay off by saving me time in the end. All right, I will also need to figure out the website side of things. I am pretty sure I'm settled on Shopify just because they integrate with so many of the print-on-demand companies. And it sounds like they're pretty easy to set up from what I've heard and should work pretty well on the website. I don't know if I'll be using one of their free themes or paying for a theme that matches my branding. Stay tuned to see how to set up a Shopify account if you never have before. All right, so those are the logistics of everything. On top of that, I don't think I have enough art to sell. I know everyone says, oh, just sell what you have, but I really want to feel like confident about the stuff I put in my shop. And I have a handful of pieces that I do feel excited about, but they need to be professionally edited and scanned to make them look good to sell. Along with that, there are some smaller products I'd like to make, like calendars, maybe some notebooks and stationery that I'm interested in just because it sounds fun to me to make them. And so those I have not designed yet. Another thing I would really like to make, but might be an addition later down the line, is like fabric or wrapping paper or things that have my seamless patterns on them. I do sell my seamless patterns by themselves on my Etsy shop, so that's kind of the only experience I have with the online shop. I'll need to write product descriptions, and I want them to be, not AI written. I want them to be from me. I want them to feel genuine, and I want them to help people connect with my work. I need to take brand photos. I don't have a lot of money to do this with to start, and so I'm trying to decide if I should hire someone or figure out a way to do it by myself, leaning towards doing it myself. So if I do that, you'll get to learn whatever I do to figure it out. Because even though I'm just selling art, I do feel like, especially with the rise of AI and everything, I think that it is so important to have that human connection, and I want to be in the photos with my art. Also not super confident about this as I am 6.5 months pregnant. 7.5? 6.5. Wish I was 7.5. Anyway, I will be 7.5 months pregnant when I take these photos, probably. So I'm not feeling my best, but I still feel like it's important to be in the picture so people can see who the artist is, because people are gonna buy because they feel a connection to me as the artist. Also on the website, there needs to be like a shop policies and FAQ and those boring things to write, but I feel like they're important and are gonna help people to trust when they place a purchase. The next stage of everything is launching my actual shop and letting people know, because if people don't know, they can't buy anything. So I need to promote on Instagram. I know a lot of us artists can relate to not liking to sell and promote ourselves, and it just feels way out of our comfort zones, but I'm trying to break the fear, trying to overcome that fear and not be scared to share what I have. So I will be developing some sort of plan to help people know that the shop launch is coming before it happens, so they can get hyped up and I can hopefully get more people following along to be ready to buy. I think this will involve learning how to batch create reels that also go along with my branding, using my brand photography and videos so that everything looks nice. I don't think it has to be perfect. I want it to be relatable, but I want it to look nice, and I want to have lots and lots of content and schedule it out so that I don't have to be on social media all the time, because who has time for that? Here's the thing though, if you're gonna be following along with me on this journey, you have to know that I am very type B, and I bounce from task to task, and it's not going to be super organized like here's the website building week, here's the product making week, here's the launch week. You know, I'm doing 30 days. It's going to be probably whatever I have the brain capacity and excitement to do that day. So it might be all over the place. Sorry about that. All right, so that's my plan, and I hope that you will follow along with me. Let me know if you are also starting an art shop, or if you already have. I need all the tips I can get. So yeah, I'm not too stressed about this being perfect. I know I'm learning, so it's just something I want to do, and done is better than perfect. That's what I tell myself all the time, or else I would never get anything done. So I'm just excited to do it, to finish this goal of mine, so I have a place to direct people when they do want to buy my work. And yeah, follow along with me. Like I said, it's going to be scatterbrained. I probably won't be posting videos on Saturdays and Sundays because that's my time with my family. I just do this when my kids are at school. So anyway, you're awesome. Good luck to you. If you have already started a shop, give me all the tips. And if you are thinking about it, I'm cheering you on. I hope you have a great day.